Overwhelmed by social media and digital marketing? Mystified by techie terms? Do you want more traffic to your website? More leads? More sales? Then watch this.
Hi, I'm Giselle Aguiar, the AZ social media whiz, and I've been doing internet marketing since 1995. Yes, since before the internet was a household word. This is how to use the new Twitter organically to gain exposure in SEO. And I added the word organically to the title, which means free, that is unpaid marketing, as opposed to paid advertising. A small business owner can spend a lot of money doing marketing online and not get the results they want. Thus, my purpose is to show you how to do it, albeit with a little sweat equity, without going broke. And I've waited to do Twitter because of all the changes to the platform since Elon Musk took it over. So let's dig in. So I've been on Twitter since 2009. In fact, they just sent me my Twitter 14th anniversary tweet. I got on to promote the release of my novel back in 2009. They actually launched in 2006 as a micro blogging site. It was basically texting online, and you were limited to 140 characters in a tweet until 2017 when it doubled to 280. Currently, they have over 400 million monthly active users. Now, if you notice in this tweet, I've tagged, this is from my personal account, but I've tagged my business, AZ Social Net Wiz. Okay, so user demographics. So as you can see, the age bracket of Twitter users is the prime marketing target of ages 18 to 44. So these are some of the benefits of using Twitter. So it's real time. It's what's happening now. So if you want to know what people are talking about right now, you go to Twitter. It's a never-ending news ticker. Okay, and tweets come up in Google search based on the keywords and hashtags too. And we'll talk about hashtags down the line and keywords too. So if you want exposure in SEO, that is search engine optimization, you need to tweet daily. And you can easily do 10 to 20 tweets a day because it moves so fast. You can tweet a lot. Take advantage of what's trending to reach a lot of people and get noticed. And again, I'll get deeper into these things. Post eye-catching images, animated GIFs, and videos. Target specific audiences with hashtags. Share links to your website pages and blog posts. And it's easy to connect with influencers. And it gives you an edge if you're in a highly competitive industry. Okay. Now, speaking of influencers, there's influencer marketing. So this is where you find someone in your industry or someone that your target trusts with a lot of followers and build a relationship with them. And you can get lucky and an influence. They love your story, product, or service so much that they'll talk about it for free. Now, you can spend some money in influencer marketing. I have on my website, if you go in and search for influencer marketing, I have an article on that, which explains how influencer marketing works. Now, Twitter influencers have thousands of followers depending on the industry. And it also helps to have Twitter lists where you have them classified in logical topics. It makes it easy to then retweet their content, and they get notified when you do that, and that helps you get their attention. So here are some Twitter tips. Okay, so keep business and personal separate. Okay, have a strategy. Think before you tweet. Okay, don't automate everything. And acknowledge follows, retweets, and mentions. And when you're trying to build relationships with people on Twitter, it's common to thank people for following, mentioning you, retweeting your tweets. That's when the free tool TweetDeck will help in monitoring everything. It's made by Twitter for Twitter, and it's a great time saver. So look for my recently updated TweetDeck video on my YouTube channel. It is basically a demo on how to use TweetDeck. Okay, So like I said, keep business and personal separate. So you need two accounts with two different email addresses. Your business account should have your business logo. If you are a consultant and use your picture, make sure it's a different picture than on your personal one so you can tell them apart. And I'll get to the branding in a bit here. Okay, so then this is my personal account. So it's totally, completely different, totally, completely objective to it. So let's look at a Twitter bio. First off, you only have 160 characters, so it's not your life story. Use relevant keywords and hashtags so you're optimized for search, okay? And it's important that you fill out your bio with keyword-centric descriptions of what you have to offer. Avoid flowery language. You only have 160 characters, so don't start with the best, the ultimate, all these adjectives in there. Okay, no. What is it that you do? Put those keywords in there. You can even put a link to something else besides the one to your website that's on there. So like I have a link to my digital marketing book. And so that's there in the bio. So it becomes, I got the short link in there, so it takes up less space than a full URL. So you could actually have two links in your bio. Also, make sure you've got your location in there. Now, okay, I could do business all over the US. So I'm not going to put US. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm the easy social media whiz. So I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. So that gives me a place of where I am. And it's easier for me to be found that way also. And so you've got 15 characters for your username or handle. Now, notice my full business name wouldn't fit, so I had to get creative. So I'm AZ Social Net Whiz. And you have more space to put your full business name in the title. Okay, so and when you're setting up Twitter, it's gonna say name. So don't put your name on there if you're setting up your business account, unless you're setting it up. You are a consultant and you want to be known as, you're branding yourself as a consultant, as an expert in your field. And of course, you can use an emoji. Okay, so I've got my little cactus emoji in there. Make it more eye-catching. So think out your bio. So this is what people see when they come across your profile and will help them decide whether to follow you or not. Now we get to branding, okay? So besides your username and company name, your logo or avatar or icon and the banner are part of your branding, or the banner or cover graphic. And it should be an extension of your website. Your branding should be consistent throughout, from your website to your social media profiles. So the logo graphic or the icon or avatar, whatever you want to call it, is 400 by 400 pixels. So it starts out as a square and they turn it into a circle. Okay, now when I created my graphic was way, I was like, I don't know. I found this shape. Somebody called it a snow globe shape, and so I'm okay. And it gets slightly cut off when it goes into a circle, but a rectangular logo will get cut off. So if you have a rectangular logo, you want to go to the free graphics tool Canva, canva.com, and start with a blank 400 by 400 square. Then upload your rectangular logo and stick it right smack in the middle. So make sure any text in your logo is legible and not cut off. Now the banner is 1500 by 500 pixels. Never take a smaller graphic and try to make it fit into a larger space. It will look fuzzy. Plus now they kind of block you, like your graphic is too small, so you got to go back to the beginning. Now Canva has a template for Twitter at the right space, right size at 1500 by 500 pixels. And Canva is really cool because you can start with this graphic here, and then you want to also create the Facebook graphic, you want to create the LinkedIn graphic, and so you go in and you put in all your and you set one up, and then you could just easily resize it, so you don't have to redo it each time or go back and copy paste back and forth. Now I had to do a little editing in my graphics. So you want to make sure that your text is not, any text in the cover graphic is not blocked by where your logo lands on there, because there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, it's two separate graphics, and that's just the way it is here on Twitter. Similar on LinkedIn. Facebook finally moved the logo away from the cover graphic. So you don't have that problem on Facebook. But I had to fiddle around a little bit to make sure that the digital marketing box on there wasn't cut off. And sometimes you have to do it back and forth. You gotta do a little trial and error in here, upload it, go back and edit it, and upload it again. That happens a lot too with YouTube. And if you haven't checked out my YouTube video, that's in my YouTube channel also. The whole idea is never leave any of your graphics blank. Okay, people just won't follow you. This is a branding opportunity, so each of your social network profiles again should be extensions of your website. Everything should be consistent. All right, so what's new on Twitter? So his name is Elon Musk, and he made a lot of changes since he purchased Twitter at the end of last year. And he has to make the company profitable, so hence we have what's called a subscribe button. Now you can follow Mr. Musk and see his free tweets out there, but when you subscribe, you get additional content. So support your favorite people on Twitter for bonus content and extra perks. Okay, so this is $4 a month. So I assume some people find his content valuable. So what that is, I'll never know. Okay, I don't feel personally the need to pay $4 a month to see what Elon Musk is posting. I mean, if you're in big business, yeah, okay, you want to keep up with what he's doing. Okay, then we've got what's called Twitter for Professionals. Okay, so it is free to use for any business. Okay, so first you want to go to the left-hand menu and go under Professional Tools and click on Twitter for Professionals and just follow the prompts. So then you'll see this one, and agree and continue. Okay, just keep on going. Then you see select the category. So basically, what are you? Okay. And obviously this is not a video. I just took a screenshot. So you just pick what it is that you do. Which one what category your business falls in. If you're a consultant, if you're a local brick and mortar, you're a health and well, whatever you are. Then you want to set an account type. So the business is best fit for brands and retail shops, service providers, and organizations. Okay, so that's what I selected for that one. Now for my personal one, I selected creator. Okay, so I'm set up as a creator. So then I go next. So then that's it. You create it. So now you have access to Professionals Home. Okay, so when you go to Professionals Home, then you see then you see how many people you have following you, how many impressions your tweets have gotten, your engagement rate. So I'm set up as professional services on this one. So now, once you go to Professionals Home, you want to click on Profile Spotlights, which is right under there. And then you've got a very important space here. If you are a local brick and mortar location, you want to select that and go to the next step and fill it out. Okay, put your website in here. And this is besides your bio, because you've got if you're not a local brick and mortar, your website's already in your bio. But this is another place to put your website. So again, it helps with SEO. Your address, your hours, email if you want people to email you, and your phone if you want people to call you. So I recently discovered this because it's a new feature. This is a new feature. So, and I recently set this up for one of my clients who's a local brick and mortar. Um, and so you just fill it out and hit save and you're done. And it's free. Can I say that again? It is free. Now comes the not free part. You have Twitter Blue. So this is the user subscription service. Okay, so it is this is $84 a year, or it comes to $8 a month. Okay, so that's on top of subscribing to a creator like Elon Musk. Okay, so which that's $4 a month. So here you're spending $12 a month for Twitter, and so that's how they're making money. Besides paid advertising, which I'm seeing a lot more of. Okay, so what are the benefits of Twitter Blue? Okay, so you have you can create longer tweets, replies, and quotes up to 10,000 characters. Okay, so all of a sudden Twitter's now, so if you're a Twitter Blue user, you have it becomes like Facebook, where you can put 10,000 characters in there. So it's even more than what you can put on Instagram. So, which you can, that includes, text, hashtags, link, multiple links, probably, which is fantastic. Let me continue with the benefits here, and you can make the decision for your business if you get to the blue or not. Edit a tweet up to 5 times within 30 minutes. Now, since Twitter went to 280 characters, people saying, "Can we edit tweets?" Because if you typoed or you put in the wrong link, you have to delete the tweet and start over again. So now this is a nice feature to have. Is it worth $8 a month or $84 a year? I don't know. Oh, went the wrong way. You have prioritized rankings in conversations and search. So you get a little extra exposure and extra boost in there. You can see more tweets between ads in the For You section and the following timelines. Okay. And I'll show you what those are in a minute in screenshots. And I've noticed lately there's a lot more paid advertising in there. So basically, like almost every 2 tweets, there's an ad. Hey, he's got to make money. Okay, Twitter was losing money before he bought it, so he's got to make money. You can post longer videos. Okay, I tried to upload like a 2.5 minute video, and it wanted me to edit it. So it's like, okay, nope, can't do it. So if you're going to be posting a lot of videos, then this might be an option for you. And also the 1080 pixel videos, which are the square videos. And you'll get the coveted blue check mark. Okay, so the blue check mark used to be when you were a verified public figure or celebrity. And this was your true account, because there were a lot of fake people putting up fake accounts, grabbing a celebrity's picture and saying, "Hey, this is my account, send me money." So no, those were scammers and fake accounts. So now what happens is, if you had a blue check mark and you want to keep your blue check mark, it's going to cost you $8 a month. So, okay, that's where we are. Now, should you get Twitter Blue? Well, I don't know. Let's talk about it. So look for a link in the video description of this video and schedule a free 15-minute Zoom consultation, and we can talk about your business. All right, so when you're following, so let's talk about following people. Okay, so you'll see in the app, you'll see same thing, or if you go over to my TweetDeck video, you'll also see this. You'll see For You and following. So for you is what Twitter thinks you may be interested based on who you're following, what you tweet, what you retweet, what you reply to, what you like, etc. And these could be people, posts, news items, trends, etc. I'll get to trends in a bit. So when you follow someone, you'll get they get notified. Hopefully, this prompts them to look at your profile and follow you back. That's why you should have a profile set up and optimized before you start posting anything. People won't, or following people. People won't follow you back unless you are tweeting. And I'll get to that in a bit. So who should you follow? All right. Follow trusted sources of content in your industry. Okay, so so you can retweet their content that's relevant of interest to your target audience, your target market. Okay, so you can search for people using hashtags, using location. And so that's why it's important to have your location in there. So it makes it literally easier for people to find you. Referral sources. Okay, referral sources, and these can be industry peers and strategic partners. And then, of course, relevant influencers. Okay, don't follow celebrities and influencers unless they're related to your business or industry. As we go again, keep personal separate. Okay, if you're personally into certain sports that have nothing to do with your business, keep it on your personal account. Okay, and if you want to know how to manage both of them in one place, go to my TweetDeck video. Okay, here's where you can make it easier to monitor people. Okay, so this is topical lists. So you can create lists to monitor users related to any topic. It could be public or private lists. So people can subscribe to public lists, and anyone you add to it will be notified that they've been added. With a private list, only you can see it, and it's a great way to keep tabs on your competition. Okay, so this is important. And again, you can go over my my TweetDeck video to see how easily you can do this using TweetDeck. I had to take a sip there. And again, and you can pin them to the top of your home screen. And again, use TweetDeck to monitor them easily. So tweeting, okay? So for SEO, you want to share links to your website pages, your blog posts, and special offer landing pages, okay? To get noticed and get other people's attention, you want to retweet other people's tweets relevant to your business. Thank people for following, retweeting, and mentioning you. Mention people in a tweet, but don't be a pest. And again, use TweetDeck, to it's just such a time-saving tool. It's free, and you can schedule out tweets during the day, post eye-catching pictures directly to Twitter for extra exposure. You can also use a free automation tool called Deliver It. And the link is going to be in the description. And you can automate and curate content via RSS feeds. And it's free to a point. However, you do not want to automate everything. You still have to be social and build relationships. So that's the social part of social media. And again, use TweetDeck. It'll help you to monitor everything. It's made by Twitter for Twitter. Excellent time saver. And again, look for that TweetDeck video on my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is a promo tweet that I pinned to the top of a client's Twitter profile. Now, pinning a tweet, you have to do it on Twitter proper. You can't do this on TweetDeck. So you have to do this on Twitter proper. And what this does is it sticks it to the top of the page, okay? It'll stay there until you take it down. But note the hashtags, and I'll talk about them in a little bit here. Now, pinning a tweet is great for news items, special promotions, and events. However, don't forget to take it down when the event or promotion is over. I've seen active profiles with a tweet from my 2012 pinned to the top. Okay, that's the first thing a visitor to your profile sees, and it looks like you haven't tweeted since then, and they may not follow you. Okay, speaking of what's trending. All right, so at any time of the day, you can log on to Twitter and see what thousands of people are talking about or what's trending. Okay, some of what trends on Twitter may seem stupid. Sometimes it's breaking news, but sometimes they give you a gift and you can ride on the trend's coattails. However, always check to see why something is trending to make sure that it's not some sort of crisis. Watch for holidays, observance and awareness days that trend each month. Now, I publish a list of these monthly. Just watch my website, subscribe to my newsletter list so you don't miss it. And you can check out the current months. Now, there's certain hashtags that trend each week on Twitter, like Monday Motivation, Tuesday Thoughts, Wednesday Wisdom, Thursday Thoughts, etc. Watch for them. They're usually trending in the morning, and you can spin your marketing message around it. Now, some go on through the day, like Monday Motivation will usually go on longer. Who starts these? I don't know. I figure it's got to be somebody in Australia because they're waking up first. And as the world is waking up, they're tweeting and putting out this information, putting out tweets of what's going on. But these are generic. So these are great to get that extra exposure, especially if you're e-commerce, if you're not, even if you are local, you still want to take advantage of this because if someone retweets your tweet, you're still getting that extra reach out there. Um, now, now, some go on through the day, but at night you'll see TV shows and sports trending, and sports are big on the weekends. Like the other networks, their algorithm focuses on popularity, the number of tweets about a certain topic or event, the type of tweet it is, if it's text, if it's a GIF, it has a video or a static image, and the relevance, location, engagement, retweets, likes, and replies. So how does something start trending? Okay, well, that's basically it. It's based on the algorithm. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of hashtags, the hashtag is the pound sign in front of a word or a phrase that makes it clickable and searchable. So if you click on a hashtag, all the posts with that hashtag come up. So this helps you to, like when you use the generic hashtag, somebody clicks on it, your post with that hashtag will be seen. Okay, and that's the key here. So you're using hashtags both to be seen and also to get people to see your other tweets with certain hashtags. Okay, hashtags only use letters and numbers and are not case sensitive. And I also have a whole long video that goes into way more detail on hashtags and strategies to use hashtags. So, for instance, in this post, which I was promoting my chiropractor's weight loss program, was hashtag Whole Life 180. So, in the next post, now this is one of those from an outside trusted source. So I also use that hashtag. We were talking about antioxidants. So antioxidants, it's a generic keyword. So so the whole idea is like, oh, what's Whole Life 180? And so then people would click on it, and then the promo post would come up. So that's the idea. So hashtags work on all of the networks. Again, look for the hashtag video in my YouTube channel. So here's a big question. How often should you post? Well, this is the 10-4-1 guideline. Again, this is a rule of thumb, okay? So, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly this, okay? So the idea is out of every 15 posts, 10 should be other people's relevant content. 4 should be your original content. So this could be videos, this could be blog articles, it could be, graphics, animations, motivational quotes, anything original. And only 1 out of 15 should be a promotional post. Or it could be 1 out of 10. I tell you, this is just the whole, in other words, it's not about you. It's not all about you. It's about what you can do to help someone. It's giving free advice. It's educating people. So it's sharing, not selling. Okay, and this is so important because if you just post you, bye, I'm fantastic, I'm great, no one's going to follow you. No one's going to follow you. So if you're offering good information, good advice to your target audience, they're going to follow you, and that's part of this whole thing. Here are some more Twitter tips. Never buy followers, okay? Though it may seem tempting, you do not want to do that for any network. They are fake accounts. You're wasting your money. So if you haven't tweeted in a while, you've got to start tweeting. Okay, but make sure you've got everything branded nicely and your bios all together before you start tweeting. People won't follow you if you're not tweeting. And make sure you have a Twitter follow button on your website, so it's also connected to your other social media accounts. And I didn't put it here, but you also want to make sure you've got share buttons on your website to make it easy for the visitors to your website to share it with their friends. And when you with Twitter, usually it'll add your Twitter handle to the tweet. And you can download the Twitter app on your mobile devices, and you can check it when you're waiting for something. Okay, so just check it to see if you have any notifications, if you have any mentions, so it's there. So if you need help, please feel free to schedule a free 15-minute Zoom consultation, and I can help you straighten out any issues and answer any questions you may have. The link is in the video description. And finally, we got to talk about analytics. So every network offers analytics and insights so you can see who your followers are, which posts got the most engagements, likes, retweets, clicks, or replies. On Twitter, you've got to set it up. You just have to turn it on. Okay, so you want to go to the more menu and to the word more in the left menu, and then Creator Studio, and you'll see analytics. So turn it on if you haven't already. On Twitter, you need at least 100 followers before they start analyzing them. So that's why it's important to grow your following and make sure you're reaching your target audience. So check your analytics once a month and adjust your marketing plan accordingly. When you first look at your analytics, you'll see a 28-day summary. So once you've been active for a while, you can actually scroll down and see each month, see the data for each month. And so you'll see your top tweets, how many impressions they got. Impressions are when a user sees a tweet in their news feed. A media tweet has an image or video, and you can then view the individual tweet activity. And so you can see the engagement, which are replies, likes, a detail expansion. Now, if you have the 10,000. If you have the Twitter blue, so you actually see how many people actually read the whole tweet. And if it has a link, how many clicks. So you'll also get a summary of how your following is growing, which that's just it. You want to make sure, you want to see your following consistently growing, whether it's 2 or 3 a month. Obviously, when you're trying to get to that first 100 follower benchmark, you want to check on this. Okay, one of the things you want to see here, so I had 159 profile visits and 3 new followers. So a profile visit could be somebody who wants to see what else I've tweeted. So you can't really go by that. So you want to see just how many profile visits you've had, and then how many new followers you've had. So one of the things that's interesting, so in May, I did 117 tweets, and I've had over 10,000 tweet impressions. So even though people aren't retweeting me so I've had 15 mentions. So I still have my brand that's being seen by the number of impressions that are out there. Okay, so before you start publishing anything, you should do a little research on your competition. So search on Google. So where are your competitors for the top search results compared to you for major keywords and phrases? Do they have a blog? How often are they blogging? What are they doing online? Okay, how many followers do they have on social media? How often are they posting? Whatever they're doing, you need to do more of it and better. So that's why you want to create a private Twitter list to monitor what they're posting using TweetDeck. Now, I also have a webinar on beating the competition that you can search for in my YouTube channel. And be aware also, you're not just competing against your direct competition, you're competing for your target audience's attention among a lot of other content out there. There's a lot of noise and you need to stand out among the crowd. And another thing to research is what hashtags do they use. So look for generic ones that also apply to you. And then finally, I cannot end this without just explaining how all this works together with your website. So this is the formula for success. So again, it starts with your content. That's blog, videos, podcasts, or gallery, providing the fresh material that Google is looking for. And I have a content marketing webinar on my YouTube channel also. You want to become a content magnet. So how do you do that? You promote that content in social media. Okay, and so the formula is content plus social media gives you SEO or traffic to your website. So given that, you must have a website that's set up to capture leads, and you want to convert a visitor into a lead with an enticing offer. Then you need to have them in some sort of email automation system to nurture them into a sale. Without content and social media, you won't get the traffic to your website. With no traffic to your website, you won't get conversions. So if you skip any part of this, your efforts won't work. Just like if you leave out an essential ingredient of a recipe, it won't taste good. So focus on one objective at a time each month. Don't try to do everything at once. If you try to juggle too many things at once, you're liable to drop something to a crack. And remember, social media marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. You're in it for the long haul. So be aware that the road is constantly changing, and it does take more time in the beginning as you're getting used to the platforms and how they work, as well as creating the content. So once you figure out what works, keep doing it, and it will take you less time to do what you need to do. So finally, the steps to get you started. Define your target market's persona. I have a free Define Your Target Market workbook on my website. Okay, research your target market. Set SMART goals. Okay, and I've got articles on how to do that too on my website. Develop strategic and tactical plans. Okay, this will make it feel less overwhelming. Once you do your research and you search your goals, the strategic plan is how you're going to meet those goals, and the tactical plan is how you're going to implement the strategy. That's it. That's how it works. Set up your website and social media, and then optimize for SEO. So make sure everything's got those keywords in there. Set up email marketing automation. Learn how to properly use the tools. Create and curate current content. Okay, so what are you going to create? What kind of content you're going to curate, or you're going to find from other sources that are relevant to your people? Then just do it. Implement, engage, build a following, and monitor and measure monthly. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay, so just take everything step by step and get it done. Now, this is my book that I've written. It's basically taking everything that I know and I put it in one place. It's available on Amazon Kindle. So it's an easy step-by-step how to put a marketing plan together, which networks to focus on for your business, how to drive traffic to your website. It just goes into all this detail in there. But let's talk. Okay, visit my website to schedule a free Zoom consultation. The link is in the show notes, or not the show notes, but the video description. I'm so used to podcasting. In the show notes. In the video description. So I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe to her channel. Then, click on over to the AZ Social Media Wiz website to download the free Define Your Target Market workbook, or schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation and review of your marketing efforts.